Let's go.
If you want your business to go to another level, you must try to learn and hear something new. So make a change today. So don't procrastinate and see your business grow and change. So check out Blessing Results, yeah, with Tony Harris Taylor. Tony Harris Taylor. Blessing Results, oh yeah, Tony Harris Taylor. Yeah, yeah.
All right. Welcome to How to Show Up Online with a Loud LinkedIn Profile. My name is Tony Harris Taylor, and I'm super excited to be your sales mastery trainer for today. Can everybody hear me? Put a yes in the chat. I'm going to try and work. I'm on one screen. I'm normally on two screens. I'm sitting in Las Vegas today. I live in Houston, Texas, but I just finished keynoting for a franchise brand yesterday, 2 days actually, and I'm excited. I see all the yeses. I'm going to ask for a lot of feedback because I thrive off of y'all's energy. Listen, we're going to take all the time allotted today to help you improve your LinkedIn. And so I'm going to add some AI stuff in there. I hope you got something to write notes with. You are ready to take your LinkedIn profile to the next level. So who am I and why should you listen to me? I am a multi-unit franchise owner with Network in Action. I'm a multiple six-figure business owner, a global marketing and sales coach, a video cast show host. That intro you just saw is my theme song for my video show. I'm an intercontinental speaker, 12-time author. My latest book is called Show Up, Be Up, Follow Up to Blow Up. I'm going to say that again for those of you in the back of the room. Show up, be up, follow up to blow up. That is your in-person networking as well as online networking. The first key to success. My members can tell you, put it in the chat, my members, what's the first key to success? I'm also a certified AI consultant and the producer of my own personal documentary, From Uber to Africa. All my members are saying, show up, show up, show up. I'm a multi-unit franchise owner with Network in Action. My territory is Northeast Houston, but I also run 2 virtual international groups. How does a lady that sits in Houston, Texas, get to fly all over the world, take her message of being drastic all over the world through networking? So it's all about how you show up. And today I am going to give you the tools I teach on how to show up so that you are attractive. Remember that marketing and networking is all about being attractive so that you can build the know, like, and trust so people will want to stay connected to you. They'll want to refer you. They'll want to hire you. But if you're just so plain not attractive, then people will pass you by. And I'm going to give you lots of examples of what I mean. Okay, so why should you use LinkedIn for networking? There's almost 1 billion users on LinkedIn. That's where the people are. B2B business owners hang out there. If you're a B2B salesperson, you must be at LinkedIn, but some B2C, because most of the C's have to have businesses or jobs to afford whatever you have. So, but B2B, they hang out there. There's cool features such as live video, live audio events. Think Clubhouse, which has kind of gone away, kind of gone by the wayside. But there's cool features that LinkedIn has incorporated. You get to showcase your expertise and you get to network with people and not a lot of personal TMI. What's TMI? Put it in the chat. What's TMI? Let me see if y'all know what it is. TMI means what? We see a lot of TMI on Facebook. Now, let me say this about TMI. Thank you, Heidi. Too much information. People on Facebook tell you about where they eat. They tell you about their kids going to school. They tell you about everybody who's passed away, their dog, their cats. They tell us a lot of information on Facebook. And let me just say this. I love Facebook for that very reason because it helps me to establish a connection with people because they are sharing TMI. Frankly, I'm a TMI kind of girl too. So, because I want people to know me personally and professionally. But in LinkedIn, it's all about the professional. I put my QR code up there. I probably didn't have to tell you. Please go connect with me. Click the QR code. Take a look at I'm going to go through my profile. So I want you to have it front and center. If you are on your computer, I'm going to go ahead and type in my LinkedIn profile as well so that you can go ahead and click it on your computer on another tab. I'm going to take you through it, but that way you'll get to connect with me and also see what I'm talking about. So LinkedIn has this feature. It's a little known feature. It's called your social selling index. Has anybody ever looked at their social selling index? I'm going to put this in LinkedIn, the chat as well. So what the social selling, oh, Ryan, you did the other day. Do you know what your number is, Ryan? Put it in chat if you can remember what it is. This social selling index tells you about your profile, where it ranks out of 100. My current social selling index is 73 out of 100. And that's probably because I only use the free version of LinkedIn. I do not pay for premium yet. It is coming. But today, I do not pay for premium. And so if you can take a look at my score, so 19.125% says that I've established my professional brand. 17% find the right people, 11% engage with insights. I know I can increase that and I'm going to. And 25% is all about me building relationships. So if you look at the top, it says I'm in the top 1% of SSI rank. People in my industry in the bottom left corner are 35 out of 100. People in my network are 44 out of 100. So I'm doing really well at 73 out of 100. Your goal is to get yourself in the 70s of your SSI rank. Okay. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm doing in order to get my score up, but also just to build connections, relationships, because truthfully, what does the score matter if you're not making money? My friend Brian McNeil, he says making money. I love the way he says money. So how many of you want to make more money? Put that in the chat if you want to make more money through relationships and connections. Okay, I'm going into my profile because I want to show you all of the details. Now, this is like peeking behind the curtain, behind the scenes. I'm going too far with my Zoom. Hold on. Let me go back. All right. And here we go. All right, 90%. That's great. So I'm going to go to my profile and we're going to break down the profile. I get a lot. I got Donald trying to get into the Zoom. He's a brand new member. I'm going to tell you a story between me and Donald right now. So let me go ahead and send him the link. All right. Hold on. I got a lot moving parts. I normally have two screens working on one screen. Hi, Lisa Rosenfeld. You're in my line sight view there. All right, so let's go. Here's my profile. All right, number one, first thing is I see a lot of people not showing up in a bigger way. Let me talk about how the loud came about. In fact, this is a good place to do that. How did this loud comment come about? It actually came from Donald Gigantino. Donald is a new member in my group, brand new member, my latest member. But how did that happen? When I come up here to our very first interaction, Donald reached out to me at the beginning of the year. I love what you're doing in the franchise world. We two work very closely with a lot of franchises. Then he goes on to tell me about his business. Now, let me say this. And since he's not on the call yet, I'll say it out loud. We do not want to pitch people right off the bat. However, if people pitch you right off the bat, feel free to pitch them right back. Because if they come at me that way, I'm coming at them too. And I hate the pitch before you know me. But something about Donald made me say, so he sent me his thing. I said, hello, Donald, nice to meet you. Normally, I might pass by, but I don't know why I responded. Sometimes I get a gut. And so he said, Tony, likewise, let me know if my partner program piqued your interest. It's free to become a partner. I believe with your network, you could greatly benefit. Well, one thing that did pique my interest is I had attempted to get business credit before. So he's a business credit expert. And so I had attempted to get business credit before, and I really wanted to, it kind of was on my mind. So I think that's why I responded to him. I said, we need to get on a call to discuss. Here's a link to schedule a get to know you session with me. Here's the link. Boom. Right? Next, he said, I went ahead and scheduled a session. So he scheduled a session. Got it. Pleasure to speak with you today. The very first thing he said to me when we got on our Zoom call was, your profile is so loud. Now, some of you might even take offense with that. You know, and I've been called loud before, so I knew what he meant, but I so I was like, wow, what a compliment. Because there are a billion people on LinkedIn. You better be dang loud if you're going to stand out. Long story short, he's just entering the room. Good. Long story short, he is now my newest NIA member because I took his initial reach out, responded, hopped on a call. If I can't leave, if you can't leave with anything else today, leave with the blood of networking is the one-to-one first date calls. I call them first dates. No relationship starts without a first date. Donnie got on my calendar. We had our first date, and he's a member now, and I'm going to do work with him. That's the way this is supposed to work. But let's talk about loud. So my brand is all about being red. It's a loud color that stands out. Notice that I have a cover photo that tells the story. I teach your franchisees networking and community outreach strategies to increase revenue immediately. I have an action photo. Make sure when you do a cover, you don't put an additional photo on the left-hand side because then your profile picture will cover it up. Made that mistake before. So put any action photos on the right-hand side. Your phone number, include your phone number, include email you want people to contact you on. I get a lot of spam calls. I don't know if they're coming from here, but I get a lot in general. So I can't pinpoint that they're coming from LinkedIn. I'd rather make it easy for those who want to talk to me to find me. I don't really care about the fact that my phone might ring 10 extra times a day and I hit spam. I don't think it's coming from LinkedIn. I want to make it easy for people to find. So have a cover photo. I've seen a lot of generic cover photos. By the way, if you have any questions, put them in chat. And Dan, if you can formulate the questions for the end, that would be awesome.
You got
I
it.
have an action photo of me speaking. And somebody said to me, I'm doing this exact presentation. And the lady says to me, but don't you think your profile is too much? Lady, I'm telling you, there's no such thing as too much in a sea of a billion people. Err on the side of too much, period. Err on the side of being too much, because who is going to stand out? So I want to get speaking opportunities, more keynotes, please. I need that microphone in my hand. She said, well, there's just a lot of colors here. Well, I see red, white, blue, black, and white are standard. So I'm not sure what's happening, lady. But I needed to make sure that she understood that it's important to stand out. All right, my name. Now, this is a little over the top. I can, right? So I put emojis in my name, in front of my name, waving hi, heart emojis, because I'm fun like that, right? But I use a extension called Joy Pixels. It's a Google extension, and it's got thousands of emojis that I use in my profile. Next is your headline. Oh my gosh, I've seen the weakest headline, CEO. So is everybody else. Realtor. Use every character and tell us about what you do, what makes you different, right? So when I click on that little edit pencil, okay, so you see how I set that up, emoji up front, emoji behind. And then down here, they allow you something like 260 characters. And so I use I don't know how many characters, but whatever it is, I have to play with it to back out the number of characters. I put emojis in my headline. I put my phone number in my headline so that it stands out. This first few characters right here, not sure how many, but those first few characters show up every time you make a post. So make sure that those first few characters tell the story, and it needs to tell a story. Not just say realtor, not just say loan officer, not just say, generic life coach. No, I teach people to transform their lives after past trauma. I don't know, but put in there something that would be attractive, because every time you make a post, those first few characters show up. My current position, all of that is in there, and education is in there. Does everybody have this here? Every character, tell us a story, use emojis if it fits your energy, and make sure that it's thorough. All right, then make sure your contact information is complete. Here's another area people do not use. I'll click on people's contact information. I don't see a phone number. I have a business address. So I put if you work from home, don't put your home address. Here you get website space. So I put all my websites there. Complete. Don't be lazy on this profile. You have to stand out. Then schedule a one-to-one with me. I think this is in the creator mode, which I'm going to show you in a second, where it allows you to add this particular. Let me go down here. Let me double check that. Come down here, edit contact information, and edit custom button. Okay, and so you can add a button to your profile. Here it is, my link, meet with Toni Harris Taylor, schedule a one-to-one with me. So again, that was in the that was in the click this button here and then scroll down to the bottom. Here's schedule one-to-one with me. Then when they click it, it takes them to my Meet with Toni Harris Taylor landing page, where then they can hear a video from me, who I am, what I do, and how I love connecting people. And then they can book an appointment. And yes, my landing page is fire because everybody compliments me. My Bitmoji has made me thousands and thousands of dollars because I use her to follow up. So Bitmoji is another extension. You got to set it up on your mobile device, on your phone. My biggest challenge is I have 20 wigs, so my emoji has to change her hair every so often. So I put it to match today's hair. So some of y'all don't have that, but for me, I think it's fun. So that's on my LinkedIn profile as well. Okay, next. My analytics are here. And if you're really into analytics, the premium gives you lots of analytics. But look how many people are checking me out. Look how many impressions I'm getting. Some of you may be getting more, but I am out there. I'm showing up. You want to turn creator mode on. Creator mode allows you to do LinkedIn Live if you want. I turned it on. Audio events if you want. I have not done any yet. Lori has done a few on here. Lori McDowell, she's my member. She's done audio events. So connect with Lori so you can hear her audio events. I can do newsletters here, and I can have a follow link as well. So that was in Creator Tools. Turn that on and start to use it. I turned it on for LinkedIn Live because I do my video cast show on StreamYard. And when I connected StreamYard to LinkedIn, it gave me the opportunity to stream. Here's your network. So you want to manage your network here. I see some of you all have clicked to see I have 10,000 contacts, 6,900 connections. I'm in 25 groups, lots of events. I don't do a lot of events here, but I do share my events as I am promoting my NIA meetings and things. I share that on the network as well. Okay. Dan, any questions so far?
Sorry about that. Yeah, there was something in the chat right here. They asked, where do I find my social selling index? And there was actually a link following up to that. It's linkedin.com/sales/SSI.
Yes, very good.
But I'm actually curious, what is the social selling index?
That's the ranking, your score.
Okay.
So they look at your profile, how thorough your profile is, how much you're connecting, and they give you a rank.
Okay, you showed us. Yeah.
And I'm in the top 1%.
Right on.
Okay, the next section I want you to turn on is the featured section. So the featured section, you can just hit the link, and what I have are all videos. So these are linked videos to my YouTube channel so that if anyone wants to experience me speaking, they can hit the YouTube and they can go over and watch me. So my name is Toni Harris Taylor. Okay, so do you have a 30-second commercial? Every one of you all, as a business, needs to have a 30-second commercial. Here's my 30-second commercial for NIA. So it's on YouTube. Here's my commercial that they can get right off of my profile. Everybody needs a commercial for your business. We need to act like we're bigger in business than we really are. I have a couple of video testimonials here, and I'll be changing these out soon. But these are my clients saying what it's been like to be a part of my NIA, to be a part of my coaching program. Put some stuff in here. It doesn't just have to be video. There's images. You can feature articles, blog posts, videos, but put something here. Don't have a bare profile. Then under activity here, I have 7,400 followers. And with LinkedIn, when you go to someone's profile you don't know, they'll have you follow them first, but you have to be intentional about connecting with them. So when you hit and I'll show you, I'm going to log on my mobile app in a minute, but when you hit the profile, the little three little dots, when you click that, then that's where you would connect. I told it that by default, I want to see my images first on the profile. So I want people to see my images. Then when they click on the image, it'll bring out the post. So I posted this a little earlier today about me speaking here. I just love this post I made yesterday. My client, I did the opening keynote, and every speaker after me referenced what I had to say. So that's the kind of thing I want to put out there, because I want other people who bring in speakers to know that they need to connect with me. Here's my score from my keynote, right? So I had 97.9% score on the keynote for those who did. I'm actively showing up, posting things that resonate. All right. Here's the next section, the about section, the summary section. Y'all guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, this is where most people miss the mark. Your about section is your time to tell a story. And most of you make it like a resume, and you make it boring as heck and not attractive. And you don't use all the characters. I don't care that it's long. People say to me, that's so long. Well, do I want to work with lazy people that can't even spend 1 minute to read a profile? I'm just saying. So I give them more than they need. Oh, and if they think it's long and they move on, that's on them. But what I don't want is people, for me, to blend in and to be perceived as I don't have a story to tell. So here's how I tell my story. Now, I get it. Most of us aren't writers. And so I put my services in here. I put my websites in here. I put affiliates with other tools that I sell in here. And I put a call in here, a call out. Do I work with non-franchised professionals? Absolutely. I mostly work with service-based entrepreneurs, but my target for this profile is the franchise community. So I call them out. I'm going to show you how a video on how you can use ChatGPT to update your LinkedIn bio. So this profile is from the CEO of the group that I just spoke with. And as you can see, he's got a generic profile. And so this background is one of the default ones that LinkedIn, he's got too much going for him to be using this plain background. Here are his CEO. So watch this video on how I use ChatGPT to update his bio. Go back.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is learn how to rewrite our bio, starting with LinkedIn bio, so that you are more attractive when you meet people networking or prospecting. You are more attractive to them, and it tells a story versus just being blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to practice with Chris. And I know Chris is a good sport, and I appreciate that. So when I scroll down and I look at Chris's about section and the headline section up here, I love him, but I need some energy. And you guys can go check out my LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. Energy, energy, energy. One of the best compliments I got recently is that my profile is loud. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to rewrite his bio using his existing bio to give us a little bit more energy so he is attractive to future franchisees and to prospects and vendors alike so they understand him a little bit better. So I'm going to come over here to ChatGPT and I am going to, I've already pre-written it, so I'm just going to paste it. And I put rewrite LinkedIn bio for Christopher Rigo, CEO of Strumex and Bricks for Kids. Christopher is a visionary and leader of over 400 franchisees around the world who are all passionate about teaching science, technology, engineering, and math to children of all ages. Here's his current bio. Please rewrite with energy so that it's attractive to customers and prospective franchisees. All right. Pasted his existing bio. Click go, and let's see what we get. Awesome. So here's the headline that from CEO to, hey there, I'm Christopher Rigo, the driving force behind Strumex and Bricks for Kids, where we're on a mission to spark curiosity and build the future one young mind at a time. With a vibrant journey of over 2 decades in software quality development, I've crafted complex enterprise solutions that have set new benchmarks in the B2B, SaaS, and consumer advertising realms. My adventure spans from architecting innovations at tech giants like Oracle and Yahoo to turbocharging startups towards unprecedented growth. But here's where my heart truly lies. Leading an inspiring global network of 400 plus franchisees dedicated to empowering children through STEM. Imagine a world.
Okay, so y'all get it. So much more different than that first blah, blah, blah. So use Chat GPT, and you must train Chat GPT first. I don't have time to go into that. But you need to train ChatGPT to use your voice before you ask it to write the profile. But when you do, then it will give you energy. Please go back and revise. Tell a story. Why are you in business? Why are you passionate about what you do? Don't just be generic. All right. Here we go. All right. So now this is where your experience goes. And in here, Lori, I think you asked, how do you turn on these different profile sections? Let me see if I can figure that out. Let me go back a bit. Let me see here.
Yeah, specifically the features part. I can't find that on mine.
Okay. So there is somewhere where you hit the pencil and it's going to open up. And I saw it earlier. Give me a second, okay, Lori? It may come to me as I'm talking. Thank you. All right. So here's the experience section. This is where the resume stuff goes. Okay. This is where you tell the resume, your background. I worked on these projects. That's where the resume stuff goes, in this area, not in your about section. Please, please, please. Then all your education. So any Phoenixes out there? So my Phoenix education, my all the way down, I put it all the way down to high school because I have found high school connections. And I love how LinkedIn will say, if you go to a company profile, it'll tell you all the people who went to University of Phoenix that work there. And then my licenses and certifications, my skills. This was popular when it first came out, not so much. You can list 50 skills and then people can endorse you and say, yeah, that's true. But I keep it there. But for me, it just doesn't have a lot of pizzazz. And so you can add it, turn it on if you want. But right here, another spot where most people are not getting it. Most of us read reviews before we book a hotel, go to a movie, buy anything on Amazon, and we don't spend any time getting reviews for our own self and our own business. Recently, I was prospecting a member for my Network in Action group, and I'm starting a franchise supplier group, and he's a supplier, and I'm the first one to do it. And so he was like unsure if that group was going to work, and he wanted references. And I was like, how about you just go to my LinkedIn page? I have over 100 recommendations there. If that's not enough, I'll make a connection for you. Text him back the next day. Did you check out the recommendations? Is that enough? Do you need anything else? No, I'm good. 100 regular. Now I make it a campaign. I'm intentional with my stuff. I went through, and you can kind of see, because there's going to be back to back in, from a per period of time, because I'm actively seeking recommendations. By the way, if you want to give me a recommendation on this, I would sure appreciate that. But you can just go to now, how do you use this to build deeper connections with other people? If you give one, you'll get one. Let me say it again. If you give one, you'll get one. It deepens. If I go through the people that are in my network and give them a recommendation, people that worked with me, I worked with them, and give them a recommendation, what are they going to do? Turn around and give you one. How does that deepen the connection? It deepens the connection greatly because you're giving and they're giving, and it keeps the communication going. Okay, so I'm going to show you another video of how to use ChatGPT to write a recommendation for someone. Here we go.
Okay, so we're going to write a recommendation for Christopher. I want you all to practice this by writing a recommendation for him when you get back home using ChatGPT. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to ChatGPT. I'm going to click here and put in a prompt. So the prompt is write a recommendation for Chris Rigo, CEO of Bricks for Kids. Christopher is a visionary who has a passion for helping children to learn STEM technologies through his franchise brand. I worked with Christopher in planning his 2024 Stroomverse conference, was honored to be the keynote. Let's see what Chatty gives us. I had the privilege of collaborating with Christopher Rigo for the 2024 Stroomverse conference, and I must say it was a drastic experience. Christopher, the dynamo behind Bricks for Kids, is nothing short of a visionary. His dedication to empowering children through STEM technologies is not only commendable, but truly inspiring.
Okay, so the point is this. I'm giving him a recommendation. He's going to give me a recommendation. It deepens our connections. And when we have mutual connections, it helps them to see who he is, who I am. Spend time getting recommendations from your network. Spend time giving recommendations to your network. ChatGPT has made it so easy. Now, I will say this, season your words or Chatty's words with salt. Anybody like Slap Your Mama seasoning? That's my favorite seasoning. So, and I put it on everything. So use your own Slap Your Mama to edit what ChatGPT pulled together. What I did at the end of this video is I deleted that middle paragraph. I thought it was too much, so I got rid of it, added a few words. But you see, ChatGPT even used my word drastic. And so because I trained it, it's going to throw in the word drastic where it makes sense. But more importantly, me and Christopher are hooked together. All right, so Recommendations are very important. So let's talk about reaching out to people on DM. So I come over here to messaging and I have Raphael. Raphael's trying to log in. Maybe he's here. I can't tell right now. But Raphael is in Nigeria. I met Raphael on LinkedIn. He happens to be my spiritual brother as well. He saw a post that I made and he asked me, why I don't celebrate holidays. And I'm Jehovah's Witness. And he said, I am too. We hopped on a Zoom call and now he's doing my LinkedIn reach out. And he has reached out to several people for me, and they are on my calendar to talk about the franchise supplier group that I am launching. Just because he paid attention to a post, came over to DM and said hi to me. He's also in my Facebook group, which I'll put my Facebook group in chat as well. He's also in my Facebook group. And so we built a connection. And he wants to help more people to with their LinkedIn connection. So if you want to meet Raphael, he's done an excellent job for me. But here's how you use DMs. So I came over here to Austin Landers. He says, I help franchisors create videos. I need a video person in my supplier group. So I scrolled down. Oh, actually, I think Raphael did this. Nice to meet you. Let's connect on Zoom so we can see how we can help each other. I did it because I was at the IFA, the International Franchise Conference, and I saw him, his name somewhere at the IFA. He said, thank you. That would be great. I just booked a call. Perfect. He's on my calendar. That's how you use DMs. You don't pitch people. You invite them to get on the calendar. Here's another one. Now, this is one that I went to their party at IFA. So I was intentional. I went over to their business page, Gabriella. I sent her a message and said, I want to learn more about Scorpion and their initiatives. I think that was yesterday I did that. She said, hi, would love to connect. I said, yes, that would be great. I came to the party at the art museum. It was great. Can you get on my calendar? And then she said, yes, that was today. So she'll be on my calendar. What happens on a one-to-one? I don't have time to go into that, but you're all NIA members. You should know how to nurture a relationship on a one-to-one. Okay? So right now, Raphael sent this message to Monica. We'll see if Monica responds. He will send out another message in a couple days. And again, remind her, ping her to get on my calendar. I don't pitch people because I don't even know if I like them. I need to know if I like you before I'm going to invite you to come into my network. So best thing we can do is get on a call. And I have made a lot of money with these strategies because when people go over to my profile, it's loud. It's not generic. And they know they can see the number of connections I have. They can see that I'm a connector person and I look like I'm seriously in business. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about mobile. All right, so I'm on my cell phone and I'm going to share my screen on my cell phone. And I will start share. This will stop other person's share. Okay, that's fine. That's me. Now, okay. All right, and keep my audio on. So one of the features that you can do on is to set up an audio message. So you see the little speaker next to my profile name. I'm going to go ahead and click that and play. Let's see here.
Thanks for stopping by my page. I love making connections. So what are you working on and how can I help?
So to do the audio feature, I think you have to be on, you have to be on mobile. And if you come halfway down the page, you can see audio. And then you just click the pencil, and 10 seconds is what you get. So make it count. And typically it was for name pronunciation. I don't need to pronounce my name. So I just put a little personal message there, and people can hear it whether they're on mobile or if they're on, but you have to record it on mobile. So that's how you can record a personal message on mobile. Now, mine is broken. I've tried it a couple times, but you can also do a video profile. So behind your picture is a video, and when somebody lands on your page, you have to record it on your phone. But unfortunately, mine is broken and it's been doing this whirring. I've uninstalled and reinstalled, but I'm going to keep working with it. But you guys do that. Click on your profile picture, click view or edit profile video. And when you do that, if you've never added one, you can then do a selfie recording, about 30 seconds. Oh, they did away with it? Oh, Cabs, I didn't know that. Okay, no wonder it's worrying. Then they need to take it off their menu. Okay, thanks, Cabs, for that. Wonder why they did away with it, because people are probably crazy and showing things they shouldn't be. So, thank you, Cabs, for that. So never mind saying that. Okay, when you are out networking, you want to you want people to hit your LinkedIn. So what I did is I went to search, and that little code in the right-hand corner of the search bar, that's where you can view your LinkedIn code. So you can pull it up when you are at an event. You can pull up your code and people can just scan yours. I prefer to scan theirs, and you can just use your phone enable camera. You can use your phone camera to scan theirs. I prefer to scan theirs. Why? Because I'm in control of hitting connect. A lot of people don't know that you have to take that extra step, and they end up following and not connecting. So if you look where in my top area here, these three dots over on the right, when you go to someone's profile on your phone, it'll say follow, and most people just hit the follow. You have to hit the circle with the three dots, and connect will be in there. Now, I've started recently seeing that connect is also under the follow button, but it seems like it's only on certain profiles. So when you are in control of the relationship, again, you go to search, hit the QR code, they can scan you, or you can scan theirs. You can show them. They'll think you're the cool kid at the party. If they don't know how to do that, you show them how to find their QR code, and you scan their QR code, then you're in control. Very good. Awesome. I see some stuff in chat happening, so that's good. Okay. That's my friend Jeff Forrest. He's my latest member of NIA as well. He's based out of Toronto. He just joined the Franchise Connectors group as well. So Jeff Forrest with Thrive CRM. All right. I'm a connector to my heart. I can't even help it. All right. Next here, I think that's all I wanted to show you on the mobile device. So I'll stop sharing there. Okay. Any questions in chat, Daniela?
There was one earlier we have here. In writing the recommendation, did ChatGPT access the person you were recommending their LinkedIn profile?
No, I just put in, I copied his profile. I copied his summary.
Okay, cool.
And let me think, what did I do? No, for the recommendation, I just typed in, write a recommendation for Christopher Rigo. So I didn't, we didn't need his profile. I put in who he was to me. Let me go back and show that again. So I had already pre-written the prompt to save time in this presentation, but I just said, write a recommendation for Christopher Rigo. Christopher is a visionary who has a passion for helping children to learn. So those were my words, Lisa. It was not anything that ChatGPT needed to pick up on in his profile. But it did a fabulous job based on my little bit of words.
Yes, it sure did.
So it sure did. Okay, any other questions, Dan?
There was some tech questions flying around. I'm not sure if that's the
I
best
saw
we could
that.
find. Yeah.
And I saw you guys. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen on that. I'm sorry. Apologize. Let me share my screen again. Here it is, Lisa. So this is the wording that I put in. I saw you guys helping each other. I love that, with helping Lori find how. So what was the answer? Somebody open your mic and tell me what the answer was.
I was able to do it. So thank you for telling me. You go under the under the profile where you add more, and you go under the add profile section, and you have to go under recommended. And then once you get in recommended, features is there.
Okay, very good. And that's on the recording for those of you all who want to go back and get that done. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's go ahead to the next thing. So I showed you, okay. So the next thing I want to show you, way cool, you guys, to build relationships with LinkedIn. There's a lady in my network. She is the CEO of Franchise Speakers. Franchise Speakers is an organization that brings franchise bring speakers to franchise brands. I want to stay in front of her. Her name's Katrina. I want her to see me everywhere. So I did notifications to make sure that her notifications show up whenever she posts. It shows up in my feed. And what I did was she wrote a long post before going to IFA. This is another thing I teach my clients. Do your research, prep before you go to events, especially conferences. And so she had wrote a long post that, frankly, back to the long post thing, I was on the move and I didn't have time to read it all. So here's what I did with ChatGPT.
Okay, so I'm going to use ChatGPT to reply to this long post that frankly I haven't even read, but because I want to stay in front of Katrina because she brings franchise speakers to conferences, I'm going to use ChatGPT to reply. So how do you do that? You highlight the post, and then you copy. You go over to ChatGPT and you say, write a reply to Katrina Mitchell post, letting her know that I will also be at the conference and look forward to meeting Ford. Reply to. All right. So to create a new line in ChatGPT, hit Shift Enter, and then I'm going to paste the post. And let's see how chat responds. So I'm going to go here. Just saw your post about Ford Sakes at the IFA annual convention and got super excited. I'll be there too. Can't wait to meet Ford in person. His insights on business growth and marketing are just what I need to take things to the next level. Dropping by booth 317 is definitely on my agenda. Looking forward to deep diving into growth acceleration concepts and snagging a copy of his book. It's all about taking drastic steps for growth, right? See you there. Let's make the most out of this opportunity. Love it. Copy, go back over here, go down here to add a comment, paste. And so, hey, Katrina, I'm going to edit it a little bit. dropping by Ford's booth
Here's our
is
seasoning.
definitely on my agenda. And see you there. I'll take my name out, not necessary. And then I can post. How cool is that? Right? You ain't even got to read it. Just let Chatty read it and respond for you. Yes, 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 yes.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm going to use Chat.
So that's how I use ChatGPT to respond to posts. So the next thing I'm going to show you is now we've got this profile. I use a CRM called NowSite. Some of you may have heard of it. I love it. And I specifically love it for the personality analysis that you can do when you put the person's link into LinkedIn link into NowSite. It will actually analyze his personality, and then I can write messages to that person in their personality. So let's see what that looks like.
Okay, the last tool I'm going to introduce you to is a tool called NowSite. I love NowSite. There's lots that can be done in it. It integrates ChatGPT. It can reply to posts, create posts for you based on you training the ChatGPT inside of NowSite. But the feature I like the most, and I hope you like it too, is going to blow you away. So let's go ahead and take a look at the personality profiles. I'm going to go ahead and add a contact. So I'm going to add a new contact. I'm adding Christopher Rigo.
He's getting famous today.
And all I'm adding is his name and his LinkedIn URL. Right? And then I'm going to save him. And there's a feature called Enhance Contact. So what it'll do is go out to his LinkedIn profile. And as you can see in the background, it found some stuff. We're going to go check that out. But before we go look at that, let's get a personality report. So we're going to analyze his personality based on his LinkedIn profile. So Christopher Rigo, candid, efficient, persistent, tends to be a straight shooter in conversation, is likely to eliminate uncertainty whenever possible. So let's say he's your prospect. You're trying to sell to him. In fact, I'm trying to sell to him. And so you can see how to sell to him based on his personality. So his behavior, he tends to scrutinize new ideas and products to ensure he can feel confident in whatever decision he makes. Be prepared for blunt questions, hold your ground, and display confidence in your product while sharing specific facts and figures. Since I was in the sales role with him, that is 100% accurate. Now, let's view the entire report. So his behavior, we just read. When emailing him, he's naturally logical and firm when making decisions. He can be very skeptical of anyone who's more emotionally driven, so skip the personal anecdotes and instead focus on the facts. Support claims with clear evidence. Write with a business-like tone. Avoid open-end questions. When meeting with Chris, he may be blunt, so don't be offended if they question something you say. That's really good for someone like me because blunt people make me nervous. So to know this going in, I don't get it's not personal. I don't get offended or I don't get my feathers ruffled. I know who he is. So, and honestly, this is like 100% accurate because I've been dealing with him for several months now. So when energizing, working with him, this is also good for you. When you have a meeting with Chris, you now know by personality how to talk to him.
That was for their audience, but this has sales tactics. Before you do a one-to-one, imagine you ran this report and you get to talk to the person in their personality. What about when you connect with someone? You can put them in the Now site. You can tell the Chat GPT to write a message to that person in their personality. I think I just did it here. So here we go.
Write a LinkedIn DM to Christopher Rigo asking him to get on a Zoom one-to-one so we can learn about each other's business and see how we might work together. His personality is candid, efficient, persistent. He tends to be a straight shooter, yada, yada. So I'm going to hit go.
So this is the...
And let's see what it comes back with. I hope this message finds you in the midst of a productive day. Your reputation as a candid, efficient, and persistent professional precedes you, and exactly these qualities that caught my attention. I'm reaching out to propose a Zoom one-to-one meeting. I believe that a straightforward conversation between us could uncover valuable synergies between our businesses. Your direct approach aligns well with my preference for clear and efficient communication, and I'm eager to explore. Okay, the last tool I'm going to introduce.
How cool is that? Bridget Brown Jackson, I know you love that because she's all about the personalities. That is, so imagine you're networking. You found somebody on LinkedIn. They accepted your offer. In fact, Mr. Austin, I'm going to go run his personality before I have a one-to-one with him so I can talk to him the way he wants to be talked to. What if you have a prospect for sales you could put into AI, LinkedIn together, OMG. So I think that was the last thing I had to show you today. Let's see. I think that, yep. So I'm going to give myself a clap because that was phenomenal. I'm just saying, yes. So I'd love to hear what you think. And while you're putting your questions in, if you would please give me feedback by hitting this QR code and putting in the code LOUD, L-I, so that you can give me feedback on this presentation. That'll help me get more presentations like this with other people. While you're doing that, are there any questions in the chat?
Just a lot of kind words for you, Tony. And people that want money.
They want money.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. If you want to know anything about any of these things, I'm going to put my contact information in chat. If you know of any organizations that need a speaker, please recommend me. That's how I do lead generation best, is by getting in front of an audience and teaching valuable information. But please, if you would give me a review with this. Yes, this is Talkadot for speakers. So somebody asked about this earlier. Awesome. Okay. If there are no questions, are there no questions? I gave a lot of information. Nobody got something to ask? Okay.
Not seeing anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Bridget.
I don't have a question because LinkedIn has been my go-to lately, and I'm showing up and stuff more. I just want to say I didn't know about the SSI, so I went in and filled up mine. I'm in the 5th percentile, so I got to work on that.
Okay.
And so I just want to say, like, you showed me a couple of things. I hadn't even thought about it. I haven't gone in and done my About Me in about 2 years. But right now, LinkedIn is where I'm at. Right now, I'm doing a 30-day live every day for 30 days on there. So I'm getting the impressions. I'm getting the things. But I hadn't thought that I need to change my About Me page. So I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you because, you know, you help you, those of us that are using it, we might not have questions, but what you definitely did do today was sharpen us and push us in a whole nother dimension of thinking about how to leverage this platform. So thank you.
Thank
this
you.
was amazing.
On that note, you should glance at your LinkedIn every 3 months. We're entrepreneurs, so things change pretty fast for us. And sometimes we forget to update our, and by the way, update your NIA profile as well. That same chat GPT bio can work in your LinkedIn profile. Keep those things updated because whenever you get a referral, they're going to check you out. So awesome. Thanks, Lori. I appreciate. All right, everybody. Well, you all are free to go. I appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Sarah. And I look forward to connecting with some of y'all. At the very least, connect with me on LinkedIn. And oh, let me just add one more thing. Join my Facebook group, which is all about marketing. And so it's called the6figurenetwork.com. And that is for those of you who want tips on marketing. Thank you. Appreciate y'all.
Right on. Thank you so much, Tony. And
right.
I hope you all will join us next week for our Focus Forum, part of our speaker series. Miss Julie Lamb is going to be presenting her topic, Break Through the Burnout Cycle, how burnout impacts your business and what you can do right now. So definitely take a look at that. And also join us on the first Wednesday of the month for our Network with the Nations. We look forward to seeing you guys. And Tony, thank you once again for your presentation. This was awesome.
Yay. Y'all have a great day. Bye.